Hello you, this is Storm on the Commodore 64 from Mastertronic, a game that, well, I remember being not very good at all, and yet for some reason, for a game that's not very good at all, I have it on two formats. Of course I do. I have it for the Spectrum as well. I don't think I've ever played the Spectrum version because I didn't enjoy the C64 version. So why are we here, you might ask? Well, I found it kicking around and I thought, well, maybe I ought to give it another go. And then I read the instructions. Well, actually, I loaded this up and went, Part 1, Una Comes Lair. Snigger. Yeah, so I thought, Una Comes Lair. What? I need to read the instructions for this. And the instructions say Part 1. I think they were hoping for Parts 2 and 3. Corrine. But that wouldn't be a reference to Corrine Russell, the page 3 girl of the time, I believe. Beloved wife of Storm the Warrior. Sorry, I should put on my best. Storm the Warrior is a helpless prisoner in Uma Cum's laboratory lair. Una Cum has left his castle to search for a box called The Fear. That's all in capitals, note. Meanwhile, Storm and his comrade, the powerful wizard Agravane Undead, that's Mr. Undead to you, must pit their wits against the foul traps Una Cum has left behind. ... Hints: collect 3 snake brooches to unlock the door to Una Cum's laboratory. So that's what we're looking for, snake brooches. Armour will protect you from Una's evil minions. See, I always thought Una was a female name, but there we go. Food and restorative fluids will raise energy levels. Scrolls and amulets will temporarily destroy the minions. Mask magic is very powerful. Use wisely. That's a smart bomb, isn't it? Cabbalas will release the traps, sometimes to your advantage and sometimes not. Doesn't say what a Cabbala is, but there we go. And joystick port 1 controls Storm, joystick port 2 controls Agravane Undead. They both do exactly the same, but apparently fire is fire for Storm, and fire and down fires amulet. Whereas with Agravane, fire is fire, fire and down is use scroll, and just down is use mask. So I'm not sure what going down... Well, there we go. Yeah, I don't recall this being particularly great. But the tune's alright, if a bit repetitive. There's David Whittaker, there we go, of course. Oh yeah, this was apparently by Jim Bagley, who what was it, Back to the Future 3, that I did not that long ago. And looking that up, he was also involved in Carmageddon. So he's done a game that I really do enjoy. I mean, Back to the Future 3 was good enough for me to play through to completion before, but a bit frustrating going back to, wasn't it? But Carmageddon, love a bit of Carmageddon. So all is forgiven, Jim, for any games I thought were a deffer. So, well, there's this one. But let's see if it's a deffer or not. I can't remember. Select number of players. Push joystick left for 1, right for 1. Do you want instructions? Go on then. The evil wizard Una Cum has captured Corrine, wife to the Prince Storm. Oh, he's a prince now, okay, and imprisoned her in his underground lair, while he searches the land for a box called The Fear. Storm has enlisted the help of his old friend, the wizard, Agravane Undead, who knows the whereabouts of Una Cum's lair and some of its many secrets. Agravane takes Storm to the western edge of the land and shows him this ruined abbey's window which looks over another dimension of strange proportions. Una's abode lies beneath the abbey, explained Agravane. You can see it through the floorboards over here. Suddenly seems less portentous. Oh, it's just down there, mate. They spent a few days studying the activity below ground. Look, I found a worm! Put it back, Storm. So that the defences could be assessed. Control Agravane, use joystick 1 as follows. Down, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I remember, because you don't move up to move up, it's rotational bloody controls. I remember that being a right pain. So you've got to turn and move forwards all the time, and there's no backing up. Right, yeah. Well, there we go. Generators produce monsters. Oh well, yes, well we are in gauntlet territory, aren't we? Amulets or scrolls. Food may be eaten. Yeah. But, oh, they're spelling brooches with an A now, are we? Okay. There we go. Spinning around, spinning around, spinning around. I'm losing health, as is the way with Gauntlet clones. Hey, generator deaded. That looks like a key there. And that stuff there that looks like I've just noticed there's a 5 there. I haven't zoomed in as well, I've just realised. Sorry about that. About right. Maybe about there. I think that's focused. That looks like a 5 there. Yeah, this here, which looks like graphics correction, isn't. It's actually scenery above your head. Jagged illumination falls through the recently smashed ceiling. That's a smashed ceiling, apparently. With a 5 in it for some reason. Well, that's that deaded. It really does look like the graphics are corrupted, doesn't it? But I suppose it has a different feel to Gauntlet. You're going around a bit more cautiously and exploring. What have I just picked up? I picked up a Kabbalah single. That got rid of that wall. Oh, is that a brooch? No. I need the snake brooch to get through there. That looks like a chicken drumstick down there. No, it's not. It's a bit of scenery. I suppose with it being sort of like different screens each time. Oh right, there was something blocking the way there. I need some kind of lollipop thing to get through there by the looks of it. Oh look, there's generators there. But you can't see them too well because of the blooming graphics. I mean, that looks like some kind of chain on the ground, but I can't seem to do anything with it. Okay, can't get up there, can't go around there. Oop. Oh, right, so all this time spent clearing out is pointless because they just return when you go back into the room. Okay then. Well, I suppose I better get that to stop them sneaking up on me while I work out what I'm doing here. Generators reappear for room. Yes, I've just discovered that. Thank you for telling me. What's this thing? Because I can't seem to go around it. Mixed piles of previous occupants' refuse abounds. Sounds and aromas cascade. Right. I can't do anything here. I'm already getting frustrated with this. A large brass-bound door lies to the... Oh, sod it, I'm just going to run around. I mean, this isn't all debris that I've smashed the ceiling through. Why did they feel that this was a good thing to add to the graphics, to put all this crud all over the screen? Let's go up instead. I mean, graphically it's perfectly competent, but it's kind of reminding me a bit of Cybertron Mission, or something on the BBC. It's a bit sort of basic, you know? Oh, we got some armour. Doesn't seem to do anything to my health, and I don't seem to have an armour rating. What's that? That would be a Kabbalah then, would it? That doesn't seem to help me get through here. that? Oh no, we can get through there. I suppose for your $1.99, I go, oh, it's fair adventure, and it's a bit like Gauntlet, but a bit more thinky. But there's just so many niggling things that just made me go, don't like this. Let's go across here. Oh yeah, you can't go. Okay, I came through the doorway, didn't move the door, but suddenly I'm not in line with the doorway, so you can't just go straight through to the next. That looks like a coffin there. False gods lie amongst the rocks of an old ruined sanctuary. What did I miss doing? Shattered idols of false gods lie amongst the rocks in an old ruined sanctuary. No one spell checked this game, did they? That was a Kabbalah. So how come I couldn't do anything with the Kabbalah that I found before? And what did it do? It just seemed to get rid of something that wasn't in the way? I don't know. See, I've gone through and now in order to go back I've got to... Yeah, I don't see what happened there. Well, you could at least put me lined up with the... Well, the door that I just came out of. If not lined up with the door that I want to go through next. But causing the blooming generators to respawn when you're going back in, that is just not on. Right, this coffin doesn't seem to want to do anything other than just be scenery to get in the way. I am curious what the Spectrum version's like, but not curious enough to try right now. Chinny, if you're watching, let's see how bad the Amstrad version of this is. They must have done an Amstrad version as well. This is where I found out Chinny covered all 3 versions of this way back, and my brain has just completely forgotten all about it. That's another... No, that's not a thing to collect or a Kabbalah to shoot or whatever it is. That's just a bit of rubbish that you can't tell from the graphics. It's just... The controls are fiddly, the graphics are... The spelling's atrocious. There's armour that you pick up and you've got no idea what your armour level is. That looks like an amulet up there. And I'm hoping I at least get to some kind of something or other that makes sense. I know where I'm going and what I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm just kind of... Oh yeah, that... No. Okay, so that opened up some walls, did it then? They approach me from diagonals and I can't shoot diagonals. So... You're going to tell me about the room again, or just whittering on about murals and tapestries cover the walls of this now unused antechamber? But you can't see the walls because of the way they've drawn them, so you just got to take their word for it that murals and tapestries are all over them. Oh, right, I must have had a key to get through that. Oh, look, that'd be an amulet. There appears to be a box in the way of mine. I got a box. You have found a jewel-filled chest. And I've got one of the snake brooches. So where do we go from here then? Back to the start, I suspect. You know what, sort of, I'm just gonna run away! Anyone remember the way back? And I know what it's supposed to be firing at them, because it's like it's got a pea shooter. And anyone else play this? Anyone else enjoy it? I mean, I'm giving it a fair crack here. I am exploring, and I am finding things to do, and I know it was only $1.99, but the thing being, there were lots of other games that were really good for $1.99, and to be just kind of, didn't quite cut it. Especially these bloody rotational joystick controls. I'm getting used to it now, but can't help but thinking just point the direction you want to go would have been better. I don't know whether I came from which side now. Let's go through here. And 55 it says there. I mean, why does it say 55? Right, you're going to stop wittering on about generators and tell me why it says 55 in here? Probably not. Quantities of slime and mould have stimulated prolific growth in this room. Really? I suppose it's nice that they give you these little descriptions of what the room's like, because going by the graphics you wouldn't have a flipping clue. This room is filled with random blobs of colour on a predominantly black floor. I mean, that's basically what it's saying, isn't it? Ah, so I just lost all the food in that room. Can I go back in and... No. Thanks for that. So generators reappear, food doesn't. So it magically disappears, and that's you, Steph. What about that food up there? Is that going to disappear? Yes, but at least I managed to eat it this time. Right. This looks like a dead end now, doesn't it? So, where are we going now? Back the way we came again. I suppose it is two-player. Where is that? Agravane is about to... Oh, this is Agravane. I'm not even playing a Storm. Agravane is about to die. Agravane needs health badly. Where did you spring from? I didn't see a generator up there. Just that one. Okay. There's something that requires a key over there. Can I get through that? No, I need the key for that. I don't have the key for that. I don't know where it is. And other than that, this just looks like a room full of monster generators. I'm going to run out of health before I get back to the start, and well, I'm supposed to go up here, right? Turn. There we go. Oh, there's a bush in the way there, or whatever it's meant to be. Can I go out this way? That bloke looked like he was carrying a shotgun, which can't be right. I can't get through here. Right, so I used a smart bomb thing there, but didn't help me. I can't get through here. Can't. Oh, that coffin just moved and disappeared out the way. That's really helpful. Some of them moved then. None of the other ones seem to move. Also, I had no idea how many more of those special smart bomb mask or amulet things I've got. I guess we're going up then. That looks like a key. Where to, I do not know. But probably a doorway, that wherever the hell that was that I couldn't get through before. And where was it? Was it through to the left there? Or was it through to the right? I'm going to go left first. Don't think it was in here. Maybe it was, I don't know. We'll get to the end and then we'll find whether we need to turn back or not. We need to turn back, don't we? The other problem is, you've got no idea really whether any of the enemies are doing, whether some do more damage than others. You just kind of, you kill them as quickly as you can, but there's no sort of, some audio feedback as to how much they were munching on you or something like that. It might give you a clue when you're playing how much damage they're doing. Because I don't know, you know, I've got 500 odd health left now, which probably isn't a great deal, but I don't know whether I should be really, really scared of that green squacky or whether it's just going to nibble my toes. Ah, there we go, we're here. Or whether other ones do a lot more damage. Right, okay, so I've just opened that and it's just telling me about bloody generators. I've no idea whether that was worth any of the effort or not. Parallel walls run toward an obvious source of power. Slime doesn't extend here. That was an obvious source of power, apparently. I'm glad it said it was obvious, because it wasn't. And I'm really low on health now. A pustulent fungi grows over the walls. The air is thick with spores. Funny you mentioned spore, because that's a better gauntlet type. These coffins don't move. So that's nice. Some things act one way in one room and act differently in another. Nothing quite like consistency, is there? And of course my health is still ticking down, and even though I'm not doing anything, I'm not being attacked by anyone, and we're not in an arcade where it's supposed to be eating our 10p's on a regular basis, so that's fair, isn't it? I have no idea if I'm going the right way. That's the problem with this. You just go. And are red ones more dangerous than green ones? Who knows? No, I've definitely been here before, but I don't know if I was coming or going at the time, if you know what I mean. I suspect I was going. And I'm heading back towards a dead end again, whereas what I really wanted to do is be heading back towards the start where there was that snake brooch door thing. Yeah, I've just come back to where the snake brooch was, haven't I? Well, I'm not going to make my way back to the start again now, am I? And no doubt when I get to the next set of crossroads where there's a choice between going further into the dungeon or making my way right back to the start, I'm going to pick the wrong blooming way, aren't I? Too much time spent spinning around in corners and you go, no, I want to be going that way. Oh, 46 health, 44, 42. And 20. Oh, wait, hang on. 18 health. Not in. I need to get the other three, the other two. Well, that's not happening, is it? Unakum's going to come back and find a dead bloke outside his door. If those squackies don't eat the corpse. But there we go. No, I'm not going to play it again as Storm. I think Aggravain Undead is now undead and is just plain dead. So, yeah, that's Storm on the Commodore 64. I was never fussed on it. Dave Whittaker soundtrack though. But, yeah, let me know if you ever played it, if you enjoyed it. I always just found it fiddly and not much fun, but hey ho, that's just me, hey. Thank you, Jim Blakely, for doing better games since. Yeah, that's all I had to say on that one really now, isn't it? So, hope you enjoyed watching. Catch you on the next one maybe. Ta-ta.